Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Stories of Yonko back here with another video, and I'm tired. I've had enough. You see the title of the video, but if you're not in net spaces or on Twitter, you may not know what it's referencing. The Cam Thomas cult. And, Cam Thomas, he's a nice player. We drafted him back in 2021 out of LSU, and we drafted him, we drafted Day'Ron Sharpe, and we drafted Kessler Edwards. Great. Amazing. He did a lot of clutch stuff in Summer League. He got co-Summer League MVP. And it was cool. But I noticed something when I saw Cam Thomas for the first time. I'm seeing the other rookies and the other guys not being able to get their own shots up because Cam Thomas, he's just out there jacking up a bunch of shots. It's like, what about Kessler Edwards? What about Day'Ron Sharpe? What about these other guys that's out here trying to prove they deserve to be on the team and get playing time, right? Going into the league or on Long Island. Cam Thomas? No. It's my time. It's my show. Whatever, right? We're not going to trip over Summer League. But when it came time to get into the NBA, Cam Thomas, he showed flashes when we went through all the injuries. Also Kessler Edwards and Day'Ron Sharpe. It was KD and the kids at one point, if you remember that stretch. And it was cool. It was fun to watch. Cam Thomas, his legendary game in Madison Square Garden. I'll never forget that. That was amazing. My personal favorite of his games. But Cam Thomas has gotten himself into this, space where his fans, he's developed an entire sector of fans. They're not Nets fans. They're not. Some are not. It just stands. And they don't care about the Brooklyn Nets. And the Brooklyn Nets fans that are Cam Thomas fans also tend to be blinded by Cam Thomas's nuclear scoring to the point that they don't understand what's best for the team. Everything has become, it's just Cam Thomas and fuck everybody else. I am a fan of this team. I love this team. I respect Cam Thomas and what he brings to the table, but I understand he is only one part of this team. He is not the team, and that's something that is transpiring throughout the entire fan base. Now people are harping on Jacque Vaughn for all the wrong reasons. It's like, not the fact that Jacque Vaughn doesn't run an offensive system, not the fact that his defensive rotations are terrible, not the fact that he doesn't have any plays outside of ISO and the offense completely caters to only two people, that being Spencer Dinwiddie and Cam Thomas. Not the fact that every other player, if they want to create their own shot, they have to get out the mud. There's nothing that's going to be drawn up from anything, right? There's multiple things to get on Jacque Vaughn about. But it seems like the only thing that these Cam-sexuals care about is if Cam Thomas is getting spotlight to shine and take up a bunch of shots. That's all that they care about. We just beat the Detroit Pistons tonight. We just beat them tonight and avoided losing and snapping their losing streak, right? Which would have been very embarrassing for this organization. But guess what? We got the win. Dorian Finney-Smith, he had a good game. Royce O'Neal, he had a good game. Cam Thomas, he had a good game. Mikal, he had a good game. He missed a lot of fucking free throws, but he had a good game. Cam Johnson, he had a great game. Both of our centers had a double-double, Day'Ron Sharpe and Nick Claxton. But guess what? That shit don't matter because Cam Thomas got benched. Why did Cam Thomas get benched? He had 4 fouls and he was a fucking cone. That's why. But all these dudes care about is if Cam Thomas is getting shots, if Cam Thomas this. But Cam Thomas can't. Dude, this is the Brooklyn Nets. This is not the fucking Cam Thomas show. This is not it. Snap the fuck out of it. We are trying to make the playoffs. Cam Thomas is not going to lead any team to the playoffs. You got a better chance with Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. Period. And I'm tired of y'all. This is the divide in the Nets fandom. To the point that we want to see Cam Thomas shine. We want to see that. But not at the expense of the team. Because Cam Thomas can get into a mode where he can bring you into a game. He could take over. He can do all of that, right? But when the shots ain't falling. Cam Thomas, you can't take him out that scorer's mentality. And that's cool. There was an announcer, not Iron Eagle, but the other announcer insinuating that Cam Thomas could possibly be coming off the bench. And all these guys were just talking about, oh, he's our best player. No, he's our best scorer. Get that shit correct. Stop conflating scoring with how good the player is overall. Cam Thomas is not our best player. It's Mikal Bridges. He's going to give you 20 plus. He's going to give you good defense and better decision making. Period. Cam Thomas, he's a great scorer. He's our second best player just based on his scoring. We don't look at Jordan Clarkson as the best player on the Utah Jazz. It's Lauri Markkanen. But guess who the best scorer is? It's Jordan Clarkson, right? But nobody says Jordan Clarkson is the best player on the Utah Jazz because you understand there's a difference. Cam Thomas is a good player. But this is being forced upon other Nets fans that this team is just about him. We should trade Mikal. We should do all this and we should build around Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is not leading a team to shit. People talk about all his high scoring games. Guess what? It's a negative fucking record. Cam Thomas does not have impact on winning. You need somebody else to be the lead guy and you need him to come along with them. That's it. That's how it should be. Cam Thomas is not going to be the face of a team that is trying to win games, that is trying to get into the playoffs. This is not that. Mikal Bridges, he's the face of this team. And I'm not saying that just because I'm a fan of them. I'm a fan of both of them. I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan. I love my team. But I'm tired of you brain dead ass niggas who only see one side of the damn ball and say, oh, he's the best this, he's the best out. Based on what? What has Cam Thomas done in the fucking league? Nothing. Mikal Bridges has been to the finals. When Devin Booker and what? Who else was out? When CP3 was out and Devin Booker were out last season, he was carrying the Suns. Cam Thomas has not proven shit. He hasn't been anywhere. But you guys are ready to give him the reins and say, oh, it should be this, it should be that. Why? Because he can put the ball in the fucking hoop? Guess what? So can other people. Zach LaVine been putting up empty stats forever. Damian Lillard putting up empty stats. And guess what? Neither one of them won shit. So it's not about just putting the ball in the hoop. It's about having a system. It's about having multiple players who can score. It's about equal opportunity. It's about a defensive scheme or offensive scheme. It's about, is everybody playing well? Are we doing things that are conducive for everybody to play well? And tonight we played well enough. The Detroit Pistons, they were hungry. They wanted to win this game. They didn't want to lose. That's the reason why it was so intense. And Cam Thomas was on the bench. And guess what? That's fine. Players get benched all the fucking time. But all you guys see is that your player is not out there jacking up fucking shots. Even if he's giving up 15. Even if it's going straight down to the wire and he's not helping the team get stops. Even if he's making bad mistakes turning the ball over. All you guys think about is Cam Thomas in the game? Is Cam Thomas putting up the shots? Cam Thomas had this. Cam Thomas can shut the fuck up. This is the Brooklyn Nets organization. This is the Brooklyn Nets. This is not fucking Cam Thomas Island. This is not his team. He is not the face of this team. This team does not revolve around him. Get that through y'all fucking head. It is not hard to understand. You guys are annoying. You guys are disrespecting players that have already been here. Had the fucking nerve when, Nick Claxton was telling Cam Thomas to pass the ball. Now, do I agree? I don't know. It depends on the play. I couldn't see it because the camera was cutting away. But the idea that you guys would turn on Nick Claxton, the longest tenured net, somebody who was drafted here in the second round, a gem that we developed from day one, that you guys have seen grow, that had a trouble getting on the court due to injuries. And when he finally got on the court, he started developing. And you guys understand that he is our defensive anchor. He holds this shit together. But yeah, you guys have the audacity to turn on Nick Claxton because he told Cam Thomas to pass the fucking ball? Are you serious? The guy that has been here before Cam Thomas. The guy that we waited to develop. The guy that we saw come up. And you guys have the audacity because you guys are on your fucking knees sucking on Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is part of this team. He is not this team. I am furious with all these guys that I keep seeing. Do you not understand? Jacque Vaughn has done a lot worse things than just bench Cam Thomas. This dude, a Cam Thomas led team is a fucking lottery team. It don't matter how many points he put up. He's not impactful at all. He's not as impactful as y'all say he is. Sure, he could take over in a clutch situation. But guess what? He's going to give up 15 to put you in the clutch situation. Tonight, he was a cone. Spencer Dinwiddie is too. I'm not just trying to make this about Cam Thomas is terrible or anything like that. I love Cam Thomas. I want to see Cam Thomas succeed. But you guys are turning on the other players on the team at the expense just because Cam Thomas. You guys are turning on Mikal. You guys are turning on Cam Johnson, turning on Nick Claxton, turning on all these other players for fucking Cam Thomas. I promise you, it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. He ain't going to carry the fucking team. It's going to end up very fucking bad. He's going to put up big numbers and the team is going to be fucking losing. You guys get on my nerves with this. Get it through your thick skulls that this is a basketball team. No one player is bigger than the team. Mikal Bridges is the best player on this team. Overall. It is not just about putting the ball in the hoop. It's about playing both sides. It's about making good decisions. Having IQ. But guess what? You guys don't talk about him when he's doing all this crazy stuff with his low IQ play, not boxing out Jamal Murray the other night. Y'all don't talk about that. It's somebody else's fault, right? Y'all don't talk about his boneheaded plays and his turnovers. Mikal Bridges does the same thing, but y'all cook him for that. Y'all don't talk about Cam Thomas. Y'all are completely blinded by the ball going in the hoop in a pretty way. You guys have such a low IQ for the game, you can't see it outside of just the ball going into the hoop. You guys are stupid. Y'all don't understand basketball. Y'all have no idea what's going on the court. And that's the reason why y'all aren't coaches. That's the reason why you guys just sit on Twitter and just think it's as simple as Cam Thomas, ball go hoop. But you guys criticize Steve Nash for that same gameplay of just give the ball to KD or Kyrie and let them figure it out. But that's the same thing you guys are doing right now with Cam Thomas and Jacque Vaughn. Because Jacque Vaughn is like, no, I'm going to see these other guys figure it out because they tend to click a lot better. But yeah, you guys are just mad even if we win the game. You guys are mad that we're winning the game because we didn't win it in the way that y'all wanted to. Get over yourself. Watch the game. Love the game. Or don't watch it all. Go away. Peace.